Hi, back again. Well, you couldn't make it up really. My iPhone ran out of memory. So, where were we? I think it was just about to get exciting. Well, it all got exciting, but unfortunately I didn't film it. So, right, so what have I done? So basically, having removed all of the old panels from out the back, I basically went and did exactly the same with the top wires onto the top terminals. I went along and basically connected all of those, and essentially that will leave you with a panel that's not fitted to the back plate, but is effectively held on by all the wires. So the next thing I did was I actually put the gasket in at the back. Actually, let me just go and get a gasket and I'll show you. As you can probably tell, I'm not a television presenter. So this is the gasket that sits behind this panel. It does have a correct way up because the gap is slightly wider between the screw and the top, so that would be the right way up. And it also has these small spacers that fit in between. That's to stop the screw over tightening on the gasket. So small nylon spacers there fitted behind. Basically, you slide that in behind, put the screws in, and put these on the back of the screws. Now, these are quite fiddly to get on the back of the screws, so what I'd advise is a blob of grease or Vaseline just to stick them in so they don't end up falling out. Place those back, screw in 4 of your original screws, and then you can get the whole thing sat nicely on the panel, so that's completely sturdy now. And then what I advise is when some of these at the bottom were really tight when we were doing them before, you've now got a bit more room because you've screwed that back. So just basically go down of these and make sure they're all nicely seated in and tightened up. So that's where this was a problematic one, wasn't it? So just push that in a bit more. Make sure that's nice and tight. Right, so you can finish those off, and the same along the top. Just go back through them and make sure they've all been tightened up. You'll have a couple of spare fuse ways that you can just tighten the screws down on so that they don't fall out. Right, so that's basically the panel install. There is this wire here, this fat wire. It is a bit tight getting that into there with a link. If you on the end of that wire, it comes with a crimp like this on the end, and what I've done is I've just basically slid it off the end to give me a bit more room so I can fit that in, and the link wire. Yeah, so that's that. If you're really lucky, you reconnect your battery and everything works. But the added advantage, you have headlamp relays. So right, so what I'm going to do now is show you a couple of the features that the unit has, particularly the fault LED. So I'll reconnect the battery now. So the battery's reconnected. And I'll go and try the lights. You should hear the relays click when I switch the lights on. There you go, that's the relay clicking in. Low beam. Now if you were to lose a fuse, for example, let's say one of these fuses went. Now of course it's only going to light these, so I've taken all the fuses out for the headlamps there. So now if I flash the headlamps, you can see it's indicating that fuse way is gone. Right, that's that then.